John. John. Hey, what week were you in Fogo?
Sorry?
What week were you in Fogo last year?
Oh man.
Where did you stay?
That Fogo Inn.
And
You
did
were there?
you pay to stay there?
They made, yeah.
You paid to stay there.
Yeah.
You made it look like summer, but you were there in the fall, weren't you?
It was, that's funny. It was right around this time.
Yeah, but it was
Middle
in
September.
fall, and you made the 13 minutes look like it was hustle and bustle
Yeah, exactly.
during the summer.
It was good living.
And the fish haul of 400,000 pounds was actually in 2015.
What was that?
Cobb had Best take you out on the fishing boat,
Yeah, right.
and and in the interview you said he had caught 400,000 pounds. It was actually 400,000 pounds of shellfish, and that was in 2015. And he did that. That's in the testimony he did at the fishing experts in Fogo Island. Now, she also said the fish could eat a boot, but you didn't tell the audience that 1.4% of Fogo Island fish is plastics. That's like the worst story I've ever seen in my life. Are you going to make an apology on air? Everything you say in that package is full of holes. You're telling people something, but the reality of the situation is something different. And then you went back and you played spokesperson for Fogo Island is like volume 11, and you're sitting there like a spokesperson for Fogo Island. All right, you did that in August, and in that update, you didn't say that Zeta Cobb owed $200,000 in taxes for the shore fast. You didn't tell people that Zeta Cobb spent 16 months in Ottawa. She flew away from Fogo Island where everybody else stuck it out. She couldn't make a $57,000 payment in February, but she owed $200,000 in taxes while you were there, while you were interviewing her. You're saying a 10-year-old story, a narrative that was scripted by Zeta Cobb. Are you going to make an apology on 60 Minutes? And maybe you should step down from 60 Minutes too, because your credibility is horrible. And also, you didn't say David Begnaud did a story about no medics in Puerto Rico 2 weeks before you did your package in August, and you didn't tell the viewers there's no doctor in Fogo Island. As a matter of fact, the nearest doctor, the nearest hospital is 7 hours away, and you didn't tell people that in your update. You didn't search any facts. You had all this time. What do you have to say to all that? Your story is trash. It's garbage. It's a paid infomercial.
You're entitled to feel
Did
that.
Shorefast pay for CBS to come down? You had 2 cameras, 2 producers, and you. You stayed at the very end. You're doing a story on. Do you think? Where's your objection? You sound totally subjective. You're a pitchman for Fogo Island and Shorefast. It takes 7 hours to get. You're telling people to go to Fogo Island, and yet it takes. If somebody gets hurt, it takes 7 hours. 7 hours to get to the nearest hospital. Don't you feel horrible? How can you go on air like that?
Who are you with?
Are you going to do an apology on air? Because I think you should.
If you'd like to have a civil discussion,
It was civil.
You're gonna ambush
You could have stopped, but you kept on walking. You're retreating.
retreating.
Yeah. Why don't you just stop and talk? Stop and talk, and we'll talk. Stop right here and talk.